You know who is the perfect person to talk about this very situation? Anson Winder, BYUtv basketball analyst, former BYU basketball player.
Sweater day.
I don't know about perfect, but
No, just take it, accept it, run with it. All right, Anson, let's go there right away. What are your expectations for BYU basketball the rest of the season?
I can't succumb to the NIT just yet. I can't do it. I think BYU's had their backs against the wall in previous seasons, and they've come through and been able to get that invite to the tournament. So I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed. But I don't know. The rest of the year, it'll be interesting to see. We still have Gonzaga that needs to come here and play. We have to go on the road this week for Santa Clara, San Francisco. It'll be interesting. They're both teams that play well at home, so BYU will have their hands full. But I'm not counting them out just yet.
Is there something about being against the wall, like backed up against the wall, that makes this team better? Because
it wasn't already against the wall.
It's been this way the last 2 years.
Yeah, and they somehow find a way to end the season strong. So I have no doubt that they can come in and win a couple games on the road and then come back home, hopefully, and put some wins together. It'll be important. I think the WCC tournament will be crucial. They probably have to get to the championship game, if not win it, but something that can easily be done this year.
Yeah, it's going to be easier for BYU to win 3 in Vegas than it will be win, I think, the last 6, especially given how many road games you're going to have to play. Neutral in Vegas and whatnot. But before we push forward too much, what happened Saturday, in your opinion?
Well, of course, missed shots. I mean, when you get out rebounded and you can't convert from the field, it's definitely going to hurt you. It's going to be hard to win when your top 3 scorers combined for, I think, 10 field goals?
27%.
27%. Yeah, I mean, and not to say that it's all them, but, you live and you die kind of by shooting outside shots, as BYU has done most of the year. And when they don't convert, it hurts you, like in games like this where it did.
And out-rebounded by 5, there has been a huge emphasis, and we've learned this, and it's not anything new, talking to the coaching staff and players, that rebounding is such a big part of BYU winning games. Pacific out-rebounded BYU by 5 in the Marriott Center. How does that happen?
I don't know. It was night and day. I was telling someone it was night and day performance from St. Mary's to Pacific. You seen BYU playing astounding defense against St. Mary's. At home. And to come the next day and to play like this, it was kind of surprising, and I wasn't expecting that. I think it was just a little bit of overseeing into the future a little bit, maybe getting ready to prepare for this week and kind of pushing Pacific to the side, which you can't underestimate a team like that because Coach Rose said in the postgame, they've held on to opponents for most of the game throughout the conference play, and they just haven't come up with W's, and you let them hang around long enough, they'll beat you.
Thursdays have been the big win day for BYU. Gonzaga on the road on a Thursday, St. Mary's on a Thursday. Then Saturday, disappointing losses to 200-plus RPI teams in Portland and Pacific. Do you see any pattern there that sticks out? Like letdowns on Saturday for whatever reason?
Kind of. I mean, you see the letdown. It's happened throughout the course of the year. I think it's more of just that preparedness. I think they go in thinking the game may already be won, which you should never underestimate an opponent. I've been on teams that have done that before where you automatically assume, okay, we'll win this game because we're supposed to. And that's kind of the wrong mindset to have, whether that's what they had going into the game or not. It's what it seemed like. It's kind of the feeling I had watching the game. But it is something that you can't have that going into the rest of the year. Every game is the most important game of the year. That's something that Coach Rose, I know, will stress. Thursday will be the biggest game of the year, and then Saturday will be the biggest game of the year when it's time for Saturday.
There's been this bottoming out moment in each of the last 2 seasons. In 2013-14, BYU loses at Pacific when you were a junior on February 13th. And it was like, okay, maybe this is the end. Maybe they're NIT bound. Last year, BYU drops a game at San Diego. One of those games like, yeah, we're going to win. Yeah. We should win this game.
Yeah.
Now the home loss to Pacific. So, Anson, what kind of a shot do you really give this team to go on a crazy run, win the last 6 in the regular season, and have that momentum going into the Las Vegas tournament?
Anything's possible. I don't doubt the fact that they'll come in with the right mindset and be ready to play on Thursday. I see them definitely putting a string together. I think there's seniors that are in the locker room rallying the guys together. Kyle and Chase have been in this position before. You add in Kyle Davis and Corbin Kafusi, guys who are contributing at high levels now. I think they'll bring the guys together and that intensity and that sense of urgency that they'll need for each game throughout the rest of the year, I think it'll be there. I don't see too many letdowns coming this way. But again, fingers will be crossed each game now.
The BYU bench hasn't provided a ton this season due to, Jake Toulson's part-time student now, not on the team, and Zach Sellius has been good at times, and Jamal Aites hasn't played a lot. And, how much should the BYU bench maybe contribute given who's there and the experiences there? They had 0 Saturday. 0's too low, obviously. But how much should there be a contribution there?
There should be some. I think Coach Rose puts a team together with, hopefulness that there will be contributions from the bench. It's been pretty sporadic throughout the course of this year with injuries and, like you said, guys leaving the team and things like that. So it has been a little sporadic, but to have 0 points from the bench, it'll hurt you. I mean, you're relying on 5 guys to do all the scoring, which, it can be done, but it's going to be hard to win every night, expecting them to score 100% of your points.
You just can't those starters can't struggle. So they struggle Saturday, no bench points, you lose. It's pretty simple stuff.
When you are shooting poorly as a team, or individually for that matter, and I'm sure that you as a shooter and guard went through at some point in your collegiate career.
One too many.
I don't remember a single time that Anson did
a shooting slump. What is that like? What is that like for a player mentally?
It definitely questions your mental toughness because you have to try and battle through that. You have to hear what critics may say, and you have to try and battle through that. I think having a team that's as close as I think this group is will help a ton because it's when you're in this position, it's everyone. Everyone's together in that mindset where it's not one guy's better than the other or one guy's ahead of the other. It's everyone's down, and we all have to pick each other up and kind of get through it as a group. And I've been in that position before, and I think what got me through it was my teammates being so close with me and helping me keep my confidence up. That'll be the telling factor is if they can stick together and battle through it, which I think is possible.
I expect BYU to bounce back. I expect them to win this Thursday, but it's a tough game because San Francisco in War Memorial, they play good opponents really tough. What's it like playing in that gym?
I don't know what it is. It's a high school gym that they just can compete in. It's kind of like BYU at home. They play so well at home. It's different. It's a different vibe from when they're on the road. And it's that 6-man factor that San Francisco will have at home. They had Gonzaga beat at one point. Probably should have won the game. Maybe should have won the game. They get up for good teams, so they'll be ready to play BYU, that's for sure. I don't know. It's just something about being at home that it just causes problems. And BYU has, they struggled there before. Last couple of years, we've been able to go there and win, but it'll definitely be a close game. What
will practice this week be like for this BYU team coming off of a loss that was really, in their own words, crushing?
It'll be intense. I imagine it'll be a physical week as far as practice goes. I don't think they'll get killed in the sense where coach will drag them out for long hours of the day, but for those short practices, they'll be tough, and it'll be a more competitive aspect where guys will need to get after it and get back on track preparing for Thursday.
Anson Winder delivering the heat in Studio B on BYU Sports Nation. Okay, man, beat San Francisco, right?
Biggest game of the century. Is that the new biggest game of the century?
That was Thursday. Yeah. Saturday apparently was not. Yeah.
Fair enough. Put on the blue goggles. Where are they? Do we have blue goggles anywhere? Put these on.
I haven't put these on yet.
And tell me how things look.
Oh, these ones.
Wait, where'd the other ones go?
I think Blue Goggle Vision took them with the camera.
Oh yes.
Okay, how does it look now, Anson? Oh, okay. Wow.
We're gonna do it. We gotta do it, right?
Double whammy. Okay.
Wow. No one's done both of those.
He's got the tourney train hat on and the blue goggles. You got to see 25 wins now, right?
25.
Yeah.
LeVar Burton in the house.
Stay with us.